Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Epic Travels podcast. I'm your host, Epic Phill, and sorry I've been away. There is a couple of reasons for this. One is was quite nice, and one was actually sombering for me.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please.
So a couple of weeks ago, I did go to Tenerife. This is reason one, and I was thinking about doing recordings out there, but it was such a short time, and I had so many vlogs I wanted to make. I just couldn't find the time to do it, unfortunately, out there. Hopefully, I'm back in Tenerife in June, well, I am, and I can start maybe doing an episode out there, things like that. The second one is a real hard one for me to say. This week, unfortunately, I can't think of the date. I think it was like the 11th. Let me get it up on the phone because, quite frankly, I don't want to get this wrong at all. It was, yeah, the 11th of February 2026. My beloved dog Ace, 16 years old, or 16 and a half. When I went away, he still had his weight, still had energy. Now, he was slower, is the best way to put it. I come back, I saw he was a little bit slower. And I thought, it's just age. He was then sometimes moving to the left more, just losing balance. And then on that Wednesday morning, he couldn't be bothered to get up at first. I helped him, took him down the stairs and that, took him outside. I think he just needs a toilet. He'll wake up properly then. He started to go to the toilet and he came out red. And about 5 times after that, it was red. Red, red, red. And if you know what I mean by red, I don't want to say the word. I looked at him all of a sudden and I realised within 5 days, 6 days of me coming home, he had lost so much weight. It was ridiculous. He looked in pain to me. And unfortunately, I had to make the decision, what I never wanted to make. I was always hoping he would fall asleep in my arms at home. I had to take him to the vets and put him out of pain is the best way to put it. I do miss you, Ace. It's, as I say, it's a real hard one. It does come in waves. I have times when I'm just laughing and smiling about him. I'm absolutely devastated that he's gone, but I'm so happy for 16 and a half years of greatness by him. He fixed me. He was there when I started vlogging, when I started going on holidays to Orlando and that. He was always there when I came home. So I know in June it's going to be very, very hard for me to walk through the front door after a holiday because that's the sight I always see. I just want to thank friends and family as well who always looked after him while I was away. Much appreciated. You don't know how much it meant to me. I used to get WhatsApp texts. I'd always ask how he is. Yeah, again, it's going to be strange in June, the first time when I'm not messaging home asking about him. I do miss him a lot. I love him a lot. And he'll always be a part of my heart. He was my soul dog. Now, if any of you who did know on the socials know about Ace, anyone who commented, messaged me directly, anything like that, I want to say to all you, thank you very much. It really did help me read your comments through the pain. I know it's going to come in waves, come and go still. It's still very raw. But my plan is if I can get my own way, the people I live with, I plan to get a new one in a year's time. He won't or she won't replace Ace, but they will help and I will help them because I think I was a good dog owner. 16 years, I must have done something right, and I always had fun. I loved walking with the dogs, playing with the dogs, doing stuff and that. It'll probably get annoyed me if I ever get a new one because it'll be like, oh my God, he's taking pictures of me again, he's videoing again. Can he stop for God's sake? So the podcast. Let's allude to what's changing about this. It's coming more news based. I'm going to be talking more about upcoming trips. I may give you some tips, hotel reviews, and that. I'm going to nick this idea from Theme Park Trader podcast. Ryan, brilliant idea. Read bad reviews. I used to do hotel help. I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to do we'll say 3 bad reviews and 3 good reviews. I used to do the middle ones, but I'm just going to go bottom, top, and give you that. Even if I haven't stayed at the hotel, I'm just giving you reviews. It's not my opinion, like stuff like that. I'm also going to be talking about theme park news, like Universal Studios, especially my favorite theme park. Won't really get into Halloween Horror Nights because I have a podcast for that called the Halloween Horror Events Podcast with Simon and Joe. If he ever comes back, Joe, are you coming back, by the way, mate? It would be nice to know. So I plan to do that one as well. So if you want to talk Halloween Horror Nights and listen to news and rumors and get in there early from a British podcast, so it helps the British people out. Check out Halloween Horror Events on all good podcast apps and YouTube, TikTok as well. And then it's got his Instagram stuff in there as well, HHE Pod. So, yeah, I'm going to be talking Universal. I'm out of touch with this stuff, guys. Walt Disney World. I might talk about Disneyland Paris and any other theme park news I get. I do still want to do some interviews with people. It might be owners of bars and YouTubers and that as well. So to mix it up a bit. So it won't all be new based. And as I said, I want to talk about my trips before and after. What went wrong, what went right, what was hilarious, and why you should check out cheap plug time. Epic Phill travels on YouTube or just Epic Phill on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Couldn't be more simple, could it? Go and check out my vlogs. I do restaurant, hotel reviews, more in-depth ones on YouTube, obviously, bars, walks, and lives. So why wouldn't you want to do that? Now, theme park news, if we're going to quickly do some quick news, breaking news, what's not breaking because it's ages ago. Universal Studios has officially announced their new theme park, right? Was obviously in Fast and Furious, Hollywood Drift in New York. I'm going to ignore it because Rip Ride Rocket, as people did point out to me, was also Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. So I don't know why they just couldn't change the name to the new ride of Fast and Furious roller coaster. What is coming, I believe 2027. They have started building it now. And I couldn't figure out why they couldn't just call it New York Drift. It's not really that hard, is it? But that's their choice of doing that. So that is incoming. If you want to know what I think of all the theme parks now as well, go and check out Epic Field Travels. I did go to all the Universal parks, including Epic Universe in September of 2025. Breaking news, I am planning to visit again at some point very soon, hopefully. Try this stuff. I've got to do a weekend at least for Halloween Horror Nights, haven't I? So I will be back out there. I am in Tenerife in June. If everything goes right, and Simon has had his operation the first week, will be with Simon and Julie, and we will be staying in Los Chris. This could be subject to change because Simon doesn't have the operation in time and he can't go. I will have to rebook a hotel in a different area and go on my own. What's not too hard because the vlogs what are coming out right now is a travel on my own. I went to Tenerife on my own, beginning of February, for 5 nights and did the whole trip on my own. It was fantastic. First ever time I've ever done that. And I've got to say, it worked really well for me. This podcast will be better as well for you YouTubers. I will be having videos coming on and pictures for you. So you're just not looking at me all the time. This is just short and sweet, trying to get something back out there for people to know that I am still about. Tenerife, I will actually do the next episode. I'll talk about my short trip to Tenerife, my own. What's it like solo traveling for the first time? And is it okay to do what my do's and don'ts with that, maybe? And then opposite of that, I'm going to start getting in the theme park news, get news and stories. I used to be into that stuff when I used to do Bald Phil stuff on the Orlando Addict Ball podcast, and I used to talk about all that stuff. I will bring that in a fun way. I don't want to be super serious, and obviously I'll be looking for some hotels in Tenerife and Orlando and that to read the reviews. And I think the first bunch I will choose ones I've stayed at, so people go, well, you know, you don't know nothing. I do because I've stayed there and I've stayed quite a few. So I feel like that will be a good one as well. I say I'll try and get some guests on, some bar owners and that, maybe some YouTubers. So if any of you YouTubers are checking this out, want to get in touch with me, Epic Phill Travel, not S at the end, just travel at gmail.com. Send me an email and we'll try and sort something out. Now, if you are watching this on YouTube, do me a favor. It's obviously on the new channel now. Still getting shown on Epic Phill was I migrate across, but it's not really going to be on Epic Phill much longer. I'm going to give it until end of March, and then I'm going to take off of Epic Phill Travels and put it on the Epic Travels podcast on YouTube channel. What makes sense? Could you subscribe to the Epic Travels podcast just for the podcast so you can hear news, rumors, chats, and me having a laugh, really? Subscribe to it, like the videos and comments on the videos. It's a new channel, so it's going to need help growing. And the only way to do that is if you watch, comment, like, because it gets the AI on what's it called, YouTube to go, ooh, push, push, push. So that's what we're going to do. If you're listening to me on any podcast app of your choice, if it does a review, a star system, anything like that, give me a fantastic review. And obviously, any other way, TikTok and that, like the videos, comment and that. But finally, share this with your friends and family. Let them know I'm out there. This little small podcast, what I love to grow, and I want to have other podcasters on as well, so we can come backwards and forwards on each other's shows if you're interested in that. So if you just want to talk serious stuff, if you want to talk theme parks and have a laugh, come on board and I'll come on yours as well, and we'll just have, as they would say in Ireland, we'll have the crack and everything like that. So this is short and sweet. I just wanted to explain why I've been away. Yet again, rest in peace, my soul dog Ace. I truly do miss you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. As always, stay epic.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please.